What's going on, guys, and welcome back into the Rams house. Thank you so much for stopping in. We're going to be talking about what has been the reasons for the recent struggles in Matthew Stafford in the last few games where the Rams have been on a slump, and how we can assess it, address it, and fix it so that we can get back into that Super Bowl conversation. But before I get into that, if you could comment down below what you think has been the reason for the recent struggles, I'd really appreciate it, and hit the like button if you do like Rams content, because that's all I do on this channel. But getting into it, I do want to bring up the injuries that he's playing through. I don't think this is a huge reason of why he's been struggling, but I do want to just bring this up briefly because the injuries he's playing through are pretty severe, and a lot of quarterbacks could not play through it. But all throughout his career, he's been a guy who's all for his team, trying to get them to win, play through injuries. He's a very tough guy. But no matter the talent that you are, those injuries are going to hinder you and hold you back. You're not going to be at 100% yourself in hitting those plays. We've been seeing that recently where he's missing some throws where guys are open, and it's just very uncharacteristic moments for him. So I do think that does play a small role into some of the lack of success of late, but that is not a big reason. I do think that another reason that he is struggling is just kind of the aggressiveness that he has. I talked about this in the Rams Jared Goff versus Matthew Stafford comparison video I did over the summer. Aggressiveness is great, and you love to see it in quarterbacks. You love to see them wanting to make big plays. But when there's a little bit too much and you're always wanting to make a big play, always looking downfield all the time, that can really start to hinder you. You can get sacked more, you can throw turnovers, as we've seen him trying to force the ball downfield. But there can be some great results. I think a big thing for him is just kind of adjusting to knowing that you want to take the deep shots and make those big plays, but also mixing in some things where you can take some safer throws, go underneath, work down the field that way, and you can get some methodical drives going that way and then hit those big plays. You don't always need to be looking downfield trying to make a big play, because this can really hold back your offense and the drives can go pretty quick, and then your defense just gets exhausted in the end. I don't think that is all on Matthew Stafford though, because I do think the play calling this season has been a little bit suspect for Sean McVay. I think we've kind of gone away from the roots. I talked about this before of how Sean McVay ran his offense in like the first 4 years with the LA Rams. I think there's a lot of play actions, a lot of bootlegs, a lot of motions. We aren't seeing a ton of that this year. There's a lot more of this stuff where he's just in the gun or in the spread sets. There's not really a lot of creativity on the offensive side. And I think just McVay this year has been kind of one-dimensional, and he's wanting to hit those deep routes. He's sending guys vertical a lot of the times in those deep curls or the big post routes or streak routes. I think for Sean McVay to get back to some of those things, and even just being a little bit more simpler, having some underneath options as well, is going to help out Stafford so that you don't get him in a groove of just looking down the field and wanting to make the big play, because that is really kind of the root of what he wants to do all the time to help his team win. So at the end of the day, I do think that Stafford is going to be getting back on track. These are just a few of the issues that are going on. I do think there are some schematic things that need to be changed. I do think Stafford just kind of needs to tone down a little bit on those aggressive plays. I think that this offense can get back on track, but let me know what you think down below. As always, I'm Rams House. Thank you so much for stopping in to another video, and I hope you guys have a blessed day, and horns up, and God bless.